What's up, y'all? It's your boy, the Black World Traveler. I'm out here with my boy, Ricky Swink, man. Rick came out here, joined me in Panama. And see, I've been talking about Panama last year, and I happened to come back this year because I was, my buddy from New York, G, he called me. He said, man, you want to go to Colombia? Like, yeah, man, I'll do that. I got you. So he booked it for the 23rd to the 27th. But I said, I need more than 4 days. So I said, man, look, man, I'm going to go to Panama and, you know, take some days there. I just need a little more time. If I'm going to take my time off on vacation, I need at least, you know, 2 to 3 weeks. So I'm in Panama. Rick called me out the blue, go and asked, you know, hey, man, you still going to Panama? He said, man, I want to join you. And the craziest thing about it, I had a dream about it before he called me. And then he called me. He booked his ticket. He's here now, man. Rick Swink, what's up with it, man?
What's going on, man?
Bro, so hey, man, we're going to go right to the point. So, you know, we're single men, so I know I preached about, you know, dating single in Panama because to me, Panama just really was one of those countries that really blew me away because the people are really nice here, man. The culture, just the energy here is crazy, man. People are happy, it's crazy. So, man, Rick, you've been here for how long now?
2 days, man.
2 days, yeah. Man. And what happened the first night when you got here?
Oh man, Princessa Panamena, man. I mean,
yeah. Hey, he got a nice little sister, man. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So tell them about the, because basically explain what on my video, what you took from my video about basically putting yourself on the Tinder and tell about it.
Yeah. So from the advice of my brother AJ over here, he's like, Rick, because we got some time between now and when we're gonna take our trip, you want to meet some nice ladies, you know, you could do that on, you know, through Tinder, you know what I mean? So went on Tinder. He said, look, make it global, set your location in Panama, and just talk to the women, you know, before you get there. So that's how I met, you know, Princessa Panamena, because that's what I call, that's a nickname that I gave her, you know what I mean? Panamanian princess, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And so check it out. So man, so explain the date. Just give a little bit of the day, how it happened, how she got here. Basically how long you guys talked before you came here.
Oh yeah. So we started talking like maybe mid-February. So probably about 3 weeks or maybe a little bit longer before I got here. We was communicating back and forth, you know, video calls, video chat. You know, she sent me pictures, I sent her pictures. So, you know, make sure, you know, neither one of us getting catfish, you know what I mean? So and when I met her for the first time, I met her on Thursday.
We arrived on Thursday.
She came down right away. Drove from Cologne. All right, so that's about 45 minutes. So about a 45-minute drive came to see me. Okay, and I was surprised, and the surprise was, I already knew her photos were beautiful. You know, photos, you get filters and Photoshop and things like that, but she actually looked better in person than she did in her photos, which were already, you know, she's pretty attractive. So, yeah, I was pleased. You know, long, beautiful hair, just her demeanor was good.
Oh, natural.
Yeah, so that was my experience. So I met her on Thursday. We had a great time. You know, she went back to Cologne. We still talk, and that was Thursday night.
So tell her who brought her and tell her how it worked out.
Oh yeah, well,
check this out.
Her brother actually came with her. So her brother drove her from Cologne to see me in Panama City, and you know, probably for some safety reasons. You know, of course, she don't know me. You know,
and he's a cab driver too.
And he's a taxi driver. So she didn't tell me her brother was bringing her, which I totally understand that. But yeah, so he saw once he met us, he came over to our table, we talked, you know, we got some drinks, got some food. You know, I talked to his sister while he was there. Me and his sister took a walk, you know, we talked about some things, came back, and, you know, he was like, hey, so it's time for her to go back. Me being the gentleman that I am, and some people may think this is simping, but I don't care, I paid for him to bring her. Just out of respect. Just, hey, you came down, you brought your sister down to see me. Listen, put some money in your pocket. There you go. I'm gonna pay for that trip. When he got ready to take her back, I said, look, how much is usually charge you? He like, you know, $40 or whatever. Boom, pay that. You know what I mean? So just right there, I didn't have to pay. Your brother, this is your brother. He brought, you know what I'm saying? I could have just chop that up to the game, but I was like, look, this is what I'm gonna do, because that's just the type of person I am.
Tell her what happened. What happened? So what happened? We so excited about this, but check it out. Me and my buddy Rome were there, and my friend Maribel, who's from here as well, she showed up. Well, Rome started talking to her brother, and Rome is he from Michigan, real cool brother, man. He just moved. He's out here visiting as well. Rome and her brother started chopping it up. Rome knows no Spanish at all. Her brother knows a little English, but they ended up vibing out. Me, Rome, and the brother ended up vibing out. He was cool as a fan, and once that happened, man, Ricky and old girl was kicking it. We had the brother occupied. It was cool.
Yeah, we was kicking it. Yeah, definitely.
Drinking and everything.
We had a good night.
Drinks and all that.
We had a good night, and the good thing about it is the night went so well that we're gonna do an encore. You see what I'm saying? It's gonna happen. We're gonna do it again. She want part 2 of whatever happened that night. You know what I mean? So my experience with dating in Panama has been well, even though I ain't got a large sample size to go off of, but you know what I mean.
Check it out. On my video, I talked about how all the women, you see these women online bashing the passport bros, whatever, talking about all these women are deprived and they're broke or whatever, and I was explaining, everybody's not broke. One of my videos, I said everybody is not here broke here. And the girl my friend that came there, Maribel, I met her last time I was here. She a bus operator. The train operator. She operates the trains out here.
Yeah.
My other friend owns a food truck. So girl you met, what does she do?
These women are not out here looking for somebody to take care of them.
Some very few.
You got that in the United States. You got women out there that's trying to get in your pocket. So you're gonna have that everywhere. But just like in the United States,
what does she do for a living?
She's an event coordinator.
Exactly.
She'll coordinate events, and she works with school. She writes theses and dissertations for people. She works in the school system as well. So she has several jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So she ain't looking for no money from me. She never asked me for anything.
He offered to pay for the cab ride, even though her brother brought her. She's gonna pay her brother for the cab ride, but he insisted on paying it. As a gentleman, you do that.
Yeah.
But she's like, no, I got it. So that's that.
That's a gesture. Yeah. And I tell you another thing that's important, because I have been communicating with this woman for several weeks. We talked about grown-up things, right?
Yeah.
So
exactly.
We had to do grown-up things.
Exactly. Yeah.
And a part of doing grown-up things is I say, look, I need you to get tested. Mm-hmm. Right away when I asked her that, this is why I know she was a good woman, because she had no problem with it.
Yeah.
She actually said it was a good idea.
Yeah, because just in case something happened.
Yeah. Latin women are very affectionate. I know how they like to be all over you, close to you, kissing. I'm like, hey, before we do any of that, okay, whether we do it or not, let's just be prepared. I said, look, go get that test, because it doesn't cost anything. You can get it back in a couple of days, 24, 48 hours.
Yeah.
Let me get my test.
Yeah.
Let me show you my results. That way we good.
Just in case something happens.
In case something happens.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We all adults, man.
I know how I am. I'm clean, I'm looking good, smelling good, and you know what I'm saying? You get close to me and I'm, all in your ear. Something might do something. I know how you are. You hair down, you smelling good, you all close to me.
Hey man, it's human nature. Yeah,
bro.
What it is.
So I don't want to be, if I touch you, what? And then the next day you thinking like,
exactly.
What'd you tell me? What you tell me? You better do that call, AJ. Do that call.
Be peaceful, be good in the morning, and be the pea and avocado juice out of your pee-pee, man.
So we took all that out the game, man. She wasn't opposed, which kind of told me something about her character, man. All these women ain't looking for you to take advantage of them, man. They got jobs, they got careers, they got education, and they got their own stuff going on, man. So it's not men coming here taking advantage of them, bro.
Exactly. So, that thing about men taking advantage of women is nothing. These women are smart. These women have they're still human beings, man. They, out here, prostitution is legal. So if a man doesn't want to meet a woman and he just want to prostitute, it's legal here. Man, they got brothels. So you can go in a brothel, legally go into a brothel and have sex with a woman. You can go on the street and get a woman on the street if that's what you're into.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
me personally, I'm not into going out to no street and getting no woman. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not into going to the strip club. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
if that's your thing, you do it.
Yeah.
The thing that we're all grown. I think the main thing that I'm noticing now in my life. I'm 51 years old. The last girlfriend I had that was really was Trooper that I met. I was 20 years old. She was 19. I met this girl in Japan. Gorgeous girl. I wanted a black woman. I ain't gonna lie. I love black women. This Japanese girl was so beautiful. I mean, when I first met her, a month of dating her, she came on a 9-hour train ride to see me in Japan. I came back to the States. She said, I'm coming to see you. She caught a plane from Japan to LA to come see me. And I got with her. She was a good girl, man. I almost married her. What happened was that basically her dad opposed me dating her. Her mom didn't, and I was young and I didn't really, I couldn't understand it. Because I was 20 years old. I almost got married, but I didn't want her to go through that. So I said, you know what? Out of that situation, you can do better than that because I don't want you to have to go through that. From that point on, I've never met a woman, and I love my sister, man, but I have not had a healthy relationship after that. And I know it's something with me. For me personally, my experience in the States, the kind of women that I want, I might get with them, but then a lot of times, the things they want from me, if I don't have it, or they want me to do certain things, like have children, I don't want no children. So my thing lately in my years, I keep meeting women that's in their 30s and 40s that want children, and I don't want to. Or I meet a woman who has, several kids, and a lot of them don't have the fathers in their life. So a lot of things are being faced like this in our community, and I'm one of those dudes, I just don't want to be a stepdad to no kids, 40, 50 years old. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, I'm 51 years old. I'm not trying to start all over. So what about you, man?
Well, I would like to say this. Can we go back to something that you said about the women, the working girls?
Exactly.
Okay. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah,
Because I believe it's important to educate, right?
Course,
because
yeah.
there's certain taboos and certain stigmas
Exactly.
about, the working trade, as far as the sex trade is concerned. So I'm not advocating for prostitution at all.
But it's legal here.
It is legal here in this country, and if it's done legally, and this is educationally, right?
Exactly.
This ain't get your emotions out of it. I'm not advocating for the mistreatment of any woman or anything like that. But there are countries that legalize that, okay?
Exactly.
It is safer for the girls who are
Yeah.
going to do it anyway, if
Exactly.
that's what they want to do.
Exactly.
They're safe, they're tested, it's regulated. So
Yeah, you have to be registered. I looked at the laws. A woman to be a prostitute, she has to be registered by the government.
Yeah.
So it's actually, you have to pay and be registered, and you have to be tested. Everything, they do it by the law that way.
Yeah. So I just wanted to kind of get people to think about that, be more open-minded to it, and remove, some of those negative connotations or stigmas that's associated, with that trade, okay,
Exactly.
with a choice that somebody decides to
Yeah.
do. So I don't look down on anybody that wants to do that, and I don't look down on the person who wants to partake in it because, like you said, it's legal and it's their choice. You know what I mean? So yeah, but I just wanted to educate. It is safer. And it is a better system for the girls than the ones that's out here doing it illegally.
Exactly. And the thing about overall, people here are so friendly. Anytime you walk somewhere, if you go to a store, you go to a restaurant, if you're walking on the street, say, hola, people speak to you. If you speak to somebody, they speak back to you. People here are very cordial. I mean, even really, really beautiful women. Yesterday, we were leaving the food court. These beautiful women, like, hola, they speak to you like women acknowledge you. And they give you respect. Like, I know at home, man, we just don't get that no more. The reason why a lot of black men, especially black men, are leaving now, because you just don't get the appreciation. More black men are leaving now, because all the so-called good guys, y'all call the good guys, who lose last in the States, we're first over in other countries. I've lived in Australia, I lived in Japan, I visited all through Asia, and me being a black man, I would say this, me seeing what's going on now with the passport movement, with the brothers, man, the white guys been doing this for years, man. Most of the time when I met white guys, out of the country, especially if they were American, out there, the American or European, they've been doing this for a long time, going overseas. So it's just that, and a lot of times black men, the ones that I have always met overseas, were always in the military, or they worked for like Nissan or something. It was always, a job-related thing. But black men are just at a point to where we, bro, we want to get appreciation. And when you leave, I ain't gonna lie, man, you get better appreciation. I'm a man, I love women. And, same thing, we're not out here because we're desperate. I came here for vacation, but whenever I'm single, wherever I go, I'm always in it. When I'm single, no matter where I go in the world, if I'm single, I love women. I want to go out on a date. Sometimes women are some of the best, they're some of the best tourists. Like one friend I met here last year, I contacted her last night. I paid her $60 to run us to give us a tour of the city because she knows it. And I know that Ricky and my boy Rome were new here. I didn't know where to go. So I said, look, I don't want to waste your time. She's a friend of mine. But I encouraged her last time, do this as a job because you're good at it. So man, yeah, she took us around and showed us around. It was cool. But overall, how was your experience? It's only been 48 hours. How has your experience been in 48 hours?
Oh man, the 48 hours I've spent in Panama, it feels like I've been here forever. Exactly. Like it feels like I belong here. It feels like I live here. Because we're so mixed in the community. I'm not afraid to go anywhere or do anything or
cautious.
It's just, man, no matter what time of night it is, I'm not like, like looking over my shoulder. Like we was just discussing, man, people think it's dangerous going other places. You just gotta use your common sense, man. Like we not going nowhere where they in war and things like that. Like, but there's places you can go that may have a narrative that's not that's misrepresented, and you gotta go there and experience it for yourself, and it may be totally different, man. I love Panama. In 2 days, I fell in love with the place, man, because overall, it's just it's been a wonderful experience for me.
My first time here, I was on a layover for 1 day because I was going to Colombia, and I said I got to come back here. Just what I saw. Thing about it, being a black man, everybody in Panama are dark skinned or brown skinned because a lot of people are mixed with either the native Indians here are really dark, or they mix with some kind of black. But then you have the Asians, you have the the Native American, you have the Greeks, you have all Chinese. Man, it's the people here, it's the most exotic people. Man, I mean, women, man, these are the most curvaceous. All these women here are very curvaceous and feminine. So it's like, we're men. We're attracted to women that's built like that. I mean, it's not just the women aspect, but as beauty, just natural beauty. Like, these people are natural beautiful. I mean, even if you're a woman and you see men, the men here, they groom.
They handsome too.
They handsome. So if you're a woman that you want to come see it, man, these men, the men are over here. I mean, I'm only date women, so I don't know about the dating part of it, but just in general, even without dating, like there's women that I went on dates with that I never dated, but I became friends with them. So my whole thing is not about just seeing how many women I can run through, because the thing about it, you can, but Panama City is small enough where you might run into somebody that knows somebody. We had the driver last night, our Uber driver. He said Panama City is big, but at the same time it's small. He's like, it's not a big country. So when you do something, or whenever out here, if you do something, someone might know somebody that knows somebody because it's not that big. But man, overall, I mean, like I said, to me, this is one of the best countries I've been to spiritually, man. Just the energy you get. Like we went out last night, and my other buddy Rome, he said, man, listen to the music. You see how everybody's smiling and happy? I mean, you listen to a lot of, he said, because we're very deep into music and like frequencies. And he would say, listen, man, the 808, the trap music has a low vibration. You go to the club back home, it's all low vibrational, it's trap, it's dark, where everything here was reggaeton, salsa, a little hip hop, but it was always upbeat and everybody was smiling. So music even tells the difference about the culture. So when you're here, you just feel it, man. When you out in the city, like it was a cab driver last night, he had the music playing, he had a cab driver with a sound system in it. And it was 4 o'clock in the morning, he's bumping this Latin music and this, reggaeton, and people out in the streets dancing 4 o'clock in the morning. Man, this place has the energy of this place is unbelievable, man. This is way beyond dating. Like, I talked about dating in this, but just culturally, like I would live in a heartbeat just because of the people, just of the culture, just the way people respond. Even you can't speak the language well. We're learning the language though. I believe anybody should learn. If you're going to another country, embrace the language and learn it, because never be closed-minded on not learning the language, because most of Latin America is in Spanish. But once you learn Latin America, you can live anywhere out here. You know, am I relying though, bro?
Nah, you telling the truth.
Yeah.
And I want to go back to something you said earlier, man, about like natural beauty.
Yeah, naturally.
For
yes,
the
sir.
women, man. And I'm not making a comparison between Latin American women and women in the United States, but it's like, I haven't seen a woman with long eyelashes. I haven't seen a woman with weave. I haven't seen a woman with a bunch of makeup on. Like you got them, right? You know, I'm not saying that they're not out here, but
There's very few.
it's rare. It's
Rare,
rare.
bro.
You see somebody like they just woke up, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, a lot of
Like
natural.
no makeup, the hair is not done, just pulled back.
Yeah.
Natural
Beautiful skin.
beauty.
Everybody's skin here is brown and beautiful, either light or beautiful. It's like everybody's got really beautiful skin here because you're in a humid area, and I think it's just the bloodline, man, just the different cultures that blend, because everybody's mixed with something out here. But most of them have black in them, and it's like, I don't know, man, as a black man, I love black women, I ain't gonna lie, man. I date women of all, but I'm mostly attracted to black women. This is my personal thing. But, because I'm more attracted to them, and I usually can vibe with a black woman better. And I mean, bro, overall, just being here in this place, it makes you want to stay. I mean, you see poverty. What's cool about it too, people come up, except, you know, if you go to restaurants here and someone's selling something, the people let them come in the restaurant and sell to you. They're selling candy, they're selling incense, whatever. So the community allows the people on the streets to come in and sell and make money as well, because everybody has to eat together. So, I mean, politically, I was here last time, they protested about the gas and the food. Man, they blocked the trucks off, food couldn't come in. The gas was so high, the gas is high in the United States, so they went out there and protested, blocked the pumps off on, it was July the 8th, 2022. And they made everything change because the prime minister had to make things, because the people stepped up. So I would choose a life like this anyways. This is a place that I would live for the rest of my life. I ain't gonna lie, this is a place I want to live. This is my third time here, and I'm telling you, I'm enjoying it. Rick.
It's been a great experience for me thus far. It's not over,
Nope.
but I can say this. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't come back, okay? That's a plan for me in the future. And outside of what AJ's talking about, we missed talking about like the business opportunities.
Exactly, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
His friend Rome been here for 2 weeks. He's setting up a whole, restaurant business that he's about to get off the ground and operate.
Exactly.
The guy that we rent the Airbnb from, his name is Andre. He owns several Airbnbs, several properties. It's like there's a lot of opportunity here. So if you are open to doing business and making things happen for you and your family, there's opportunity here. I just connecting with these bros. You talking about passport bros? No, we're passport bros too, but not passport bros just to travel. We're passport bros to make connections and network with people to where it's advantageous for us financially. Instead of spending money, we gonna be traveling to make money. You see what I mean?
Exactly.
Roman.
Yeah.
He has a friend, properties. Got a property in Dubai. I'm not trying to put my man's business out there, but he has properties all over the place, selling, flipping properties, making money.
Yeah, exactly.
Not hustling, making legitimate business decisions and making money. So ultimately, that's what it's about. It's not about the women. It's not about nothing like that. It's about the experience. For me, this is what it's been for me, man. It's about the experience. It's about connecting with like-minded people.
Exactly.
It's about making new connections, learning from people. You know what I mean?
And you know another good thing about it too is I support the local businesses. We've only eaten at local places. Like, no disrespect to the chains, but no, man, your thing is to come to a place, support the local community, support the local restaurants, the local bars, go to your local places, because the local markets. Go to them, man. I mean, they thrive off this. Plus, it's good. Like we stay in an Airbnb. I'm not staying in a hotel. We live here with this. Everybody lives in here either as an Airbnb or they're resident here. Every time I've been doing this since 2007. I started staying in residences because my ex-wife's mom showed me how to do it in Australia. We would go to realtors back in the day. You get a realtor. Now you got Airbnb and you got Verbo, man. It's like you can make it move. You can make it happen.
But I want to go back to what you were saying about supporting the local business.
Yeah.
Like earlier today, we ate at a local restaurant. The lady that showed us the customer service was exceptional.
Mm-hmm.
She speaks zero English at all. But this woman was patient enough to try to understand.
My little Spanish.
Black World Traveler, AJ is vegan, so he got to make sure ain't no meat or no dairy or nothing like that in his food. She wasn't understanding, but she had the patience to keep going back and forth till we got it figured out to get him something to eat that was suitable, you know, to his diet. Then on top of that, this is what killed it for me. He wanted some guacamole, or you know, you want some guacamole, or did you
or avocado?
They didn't have any avocados to make him some guacamole. So she, after we got seated, she started searching for avocado for him. Like she walked down the street to try to find an avocado. I was like, bro, he ain't Rick Ross or nobody. Like I mean, you look like Rick Ross, but you know what I'm saying? He like, bro, we just average people. So, but her willingness to try to please us as customers, bro.
Exactly.
And we ain't show no flash. We ain't pull out no big wad and nothing. She like, okay, I'm trying to figure out who these guys are. We just normal people, but that was the courtesy that we received. And then once we ate, when it came time to pay, hey man, we blessed her. You know what I mean? Big tip. So grande tip. You know what I mean? So because that's what I believe in. You show me some kindness, man, I'm gonna give it back to you in dollars, man. But another unique aspect to this whole experience is the capability and the opportunity for us to be able to connect, do business together, and bond, man.
And you know what's crazy about it is that you try to speak the language. The reason why she was patient with us, because we try to speak the language. I know a little more than Ricky, you know, because I've been studying and I picked up a lot of stuff from the last time I was here. I did a lot more studying, and he's learning. Try to, learn the language, man. If you can't learn it fluently, I mean, at least go out and try to learn the language. People respect that. You know, it's true. You know,
it goes a long way, man. Yeah.
So, hey, man. So I know you guys. We're gonna interview my boy Rome later on because Rome, he's here and he's setting some stuff up, man. This dude Brainy, some of the conversations that he had with Rick and myself, man. This brother's on another level, and he came here as well. But he observed just how everything moved. I'm telling you, man, you got to catch that interview when I get him on here, man, because definitely going to like that, man. But Rick, overall, man, you leave on Monday, right?
Yeah, man, I'm out of here Monday, man.
Are you ready to leave, man?
Nah, man, but I ain't even going to focus on that, man. I'm just going to enjoy the time that I'm here with my bros, man. Take everything in, and we will be back.
Exactly. So you heard that, man. My boy Rick is here, man. Me and Rick. So my boy Rick is here, man. We've been having a blast, man. Last night we had so much fun. I mean, we thought it was over at 2 o'clock. We was out going to strip clubs. This dude is going to strip clubs and moving around. I hate strip clubs, but we went to the strip club. The inside of that mother like a mortuary.
Hey, man, we gotta do what we gotta do. I don't even know what you're talking about, man. No mortuary and strip club, man.
I don't know. Like a mortuary.
I don't remember that. I don't remember that, man.
She danced like she was in for the coffee.
Man, I don't know. I must have too many drinks. I don't remember that part. You know what I'm saying?
I'll mess with y'all though. We was having so much fun last night, bro. The thing about it, you gotta enjoy your life.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're a brother.
We up, man.
If you're Caucasian, if you're Latino, whoever you are, man, enjoy your life, man. No disrespect to the women in America, but we're moving on, man. We got to make some different moves because I'm not gonna have any more failed attempts trying to date, trying to get a woman to understand me, or try to get a woman to try to change my philosophy with what I believe in as being a man. Because I don't want children. I'm too old, man. I'm 51 years old. That part of my life is done, man. Y'all have these high expectations. Keep having them, cause we out of here, man. Like, I need a man 6'5". He's 6'2". I mean, I want a man making 100,000 a year. I made 108,000 a year just driving Lyft last year. Not even my other businesses. So, it still ain't enough. So, we're not coming over here to try to skis. The thing is, I love traveling. But if I'm single, wherever I go, I am going to date because I love women. And the thing is, I meet somebody. I don't care if I meet her in Egypt, wherever I meet my mate. That's the reason why I put myself on the market. And men, put yourself on the market if you want to get out there and see what it's like. Same as women. If you feel you're not getting what you want at home, I'm not gonna even knock it. Man, stop being the women that go over the country that don't date other men. Because most of my female friends, especially my black female friends, that go overseas, they never go on dates with foreign men. Man, go see what it's like. Get the experience. You know, you live once. You got one life to live. I'm not losing out on nothing else. So I'm living my life. Live your life, bro. All y'all brothers out there, the knuckleheads, and all the passport pookies can stay where you at, man. Do not come over here, bro, because you ain't gonna make it over here because the laws out here are too strenuous, man, and you end up going to jail out here. You know, the passport pookies, man, and the ones that come overseas and mess everything up. Coming over here with their pants sagging and acting ignorant.
We represented right, man.
Yeah, we grown men over here. But I was doing this shit since I was 18 years old, bro. I ain't never disrespected nobody. I've always been respectful. I've traveled over lots of the world, man. I'm going to Europe finally for the first time because I've traveled all over Australia, Asia, you know, now Central and South America. Man, live your life to the fullest. And brothers, this is your boy, the Black World Traveler, my boy Rick Swink. And we out of here. I'm out.